Hey guys, it's Sarah here, and I am back to do my final flip through of this beautiful Junk Journal January journal. I know I had aimed at getting this done, week and a half ago at least, but we've been packing up my daughter, my husband, and getting them on the bus, and they're headed out to Brazil. That was a lot of packing and organizing, but they are going to be enjoying themselves and I can get back to crafting. So this was a gorgeous Junk Journal January kit that was put together by Debbie over at Ink and Page. She does a Junk Journal January every year and a Junk Journal July every year. This was my first time following along. Super excited. I want to show you this gorgeous cover. As most of you guys know, I did end up taking my original 1-inch part and I separated it into 3 signatures and put it into a 2-inch spine. And it's still quite the chunky monkey, but it's so full of goodness. I did this gorgeous fabric collage with these upholstery pieces. Sorry, the back's all full of fuzz. With all these beautiful upholstery fabric pieces from a sample book. I absolutely love it, and I love how they really complemented the colors in this kit. Put in this little tab here using some trim sample. Now, day 1 was the prompt open, and I put in this library pocket here. A lot of them I did mark with a number. Some of them I didn't, but I'll figure them out as we go along. Lots of journaling cards, journaling spaces here. They won't be sequential because I did not make my book sequential. I knew I wanted to mix it up. So this was day 4, which was ticket. So I have this. She gave us a bunch of these awesome digital tickets. So I've got a bunch tucked in here, this little side tuck, a very narrow one. This is actually an authentic piece of vintage ephemera. A mileage ticket. I think this is from the 40s maybe. Really cool. A poem here with a little ticket on top. And some journaling cards in this other pocket. Next up we have a day 2. Day 2's prompt was script. Use these beautiful little pieces here to embellish a belly band. Have a gorgeous journaling card here. This is some script from an address book. Vintage. And also some beautiful script on these calling cards. I love these. I got those in a wonderful ephemera lot. And then another journaling spot here with the word script. Prompt number 3 was postcard. So we've got lots of little postal ephemera here, digital pieces. But I included this old postcard from 1908. This is greetings from Otisfield, Maine. I just love it. So cute. Had all these tiny little pockets going up here on this side. A little mailbox here. And some more pockets. This was day 12, which was ribbon. And I took these 2 pieces of digital eyelet here and put them down. But before I did on the back, I just threaded my ribbon back and forth to kind of make these little tuck areas for some ephemera. My only regret with this one is that I don't think I made everything quite tight enough. Next was day 25, and the prompt here was torn. So I have this beautiful torn pocket right here. I've got some little piece of ephemera, a little bit of watercolor dyed cheesecloth, sorry. The back of this is all torn collage pieces glued down. And I have this kind of little torn flip book here. This is the other side of that same prompt. I love having these fibers here behind that butterfly. Some more gorgeous pieces. I put these on the back of some index card. And then I have a double pocket. This is also a pocket here with a couple of pieces. This is just one of the pages that I just added some collage to. Also this one here. I did end up with a bunch of butterflies in here. I did end up with some blank pages that I went back and just added. Thinking on it again, I wish I had put the butterfly going the opposite direction and mirrored these, but at the time I was really distracted with something else. So here's a cluster. We did clusters on, well, snippets. We did snippets on day 18, and you'll see I did a ton of these snippets and they are sprinkled throughout the journal. This is just a piece of collage from the kit that I tucked behind here. I love these layered pieces. Another piece of ephemera just tucked here behind this snippet. This was day 23. Day 23 was the prompt died. So I absolutely had fun with this prompt. I took some watercolors and I used them to dye these materials and match the colors from the kit that she gave us here. Here's a little, oops, a little tag here. Again, with those pretty colors, just layered up. And this is day 6. The prompt for day 6 was tag. So this is like a layered pocket. Have some tags here from the kit. Had a blast collaging in this journal. Some more little baby tags. So cute. And I did do a bigger tag. I think it's further into the book though. This is just another extra pocket that I added afterwards with some pieces of ephemera. These super tiny little dominoes. They're gorgeous. This prompt was hidden. Let me see if I can prop the book up a little bit better for you guys. So 1, 2, 3 of these have a hidden journaling spot inside. And it just tucks down in there and just looks like a butterfly. And then I added a couple of other butterflies, kind of to disguise where the tag ones were hidden. and the prompt was hidden. Number 13 prompt was tape. You could use washi tape, or actually she provided a lot of this like digital washi tape. So we've got ones with sayings on them, like sentiments, and then I just layered them all around my 2 focal points here. This is another one of those snippet clusters. An extra pocket. Here's another cluster right here. This is number 5, and the prompt for this was invoice. So a lot of the digitals have invoices on them. This tag here, the envelope. This is actually a vintage invoice, like a receipt from my collection from 1893. And then I have this pop tag here. And then when I flip this down, I just kind of have it like pinned in with these tags. Here's just a piece of stenciling that I did here on this digital with some paints. And this is to firm up the page for this other side, because this is very thin graph paper. And this was prompt 10, which was lace. So actually, I think this also is a digital piece that came from the invoice. But I have it here with this background layered up. Piece of digital lace here. My own lace. Some trim. These go in this little pocket. And then on the other side, I made another pocket here. Uh-oh, is it caught on something? Don't be caught on something. Oh, it's that. Okay, so this is another beautiful piece of digital lace from the kit. I love this blue. I've got it on some vellum. And I did that so that I could kind of smooth out these little ridges. I didn't want things getting caught in there behind the belly band. I've got this lady here. And then another beautiful tag here with some layering and some trim at the top. Number 27 was actually stencil. And so I have paints, I have inks, all kinds of layers here of stenciling behind and on top of my focal point. Another one of these gorgeous butterflies from the kit. And then I had a piece of trim, actually, a big thick piece with loops. And a lot of the fibers that I used in this kit came from that little sample piece because they just blended so beautifully with these colors. Day 29 was map. And I can probably take all these off now. I'm sure these were holding down something that was being glued. All right, so instead of like a regular map, what Debbie had for us was kind of like a star map. So we've got these beautiful constellations here. There is a little piece of a city map back here. This tag that I made with some stickers from a sticker book here. I love the dirigible and the air balloon. So I thought that went really well. And then this opens up here. And I've got this piece of ephemera that says Moon Dreams, a ticket that says Moonlight Excursion, and then a couple other tags that I decorated with some astronomy style stickers. And then that just slips in like that with a paper clip. On the other side, I had an extra page and I just ended up gluing it to this blue one and put down, this is a little pocket here, I believe. Now I'm questioning because some of them I did make pockets and some of them I didn't. Yes, okay, it is a pocket. Excellent. Let's add a couple little pieces here while I have the chance. All right, here is another one of my snippets. And then as we're going along, you can see I have these. This was from, I think it was from Button, day 14. I also did these little button clusters. This is a piece of antique blue ribbon. Some pieces from the kit. There was another one back here, same thing, a button, lace, some pieces from the kit. And then moving on to day 15, which was label. So we've got these here, a few of my favorite things. And I just made these little specimen cards. I've got botanicals here. An antique botanical print, wallpaper. It's lovely embossed wallpaper that's kind of sparkly. Linen fabric. The texture of this is just wonderful and soft. One of my favorite fabrics in particular. And then of course rag paper. We all know how much I love rag paper, and this is from a very old arithmetic book. I love it. Beautiful collage with some layering here. I think this was from day 19, which was stamp. Yeah, so these two, some of them got moved around. This one didn't. They stayed together. And I just have some things in here. This can be layered and collaged on to make a large journaling card. And so we've got some stamps here. And this is from day 9, which was pockets. So I've got this little pocket tag. And this here is just a little paper flip with a beautiful poem on the back. Here are some, like a little double pocket here. Again, with these beautiful digitals. I love the palette she used, all the pretty butterflies and nature things. Another little cluster. This was day 16, which was frame. And I have this frame and these 2 slide out journaling cards. And this one, I love it. I love this design. and they have their little tabs so that you can pull them out. These were quite thick. There were a few things in here that made this journal really bulky. This was 24. Prompt 24 was distressed. And I went to town distressing this thing. Both the pieces underneath that were torn and inked. My background, I did a lot to rip up the edges. I put down gesso and like splatter inks. Really came out nice. This, I don't have anything in here yet, but it will be a little pocket to hold something. I don't have the right journaling card for it right now. Number 11 was fabric. And although most of my, oh, I know where my fabrics are. I think there's one further in the journal, but I'll show you what I did. I used these beautiful like fabric sample templates and put a nice journaling spot on the back, and then used these gorgeous fabric samples, the same ones I used for my cover, and made some of these. I think there's one more in my box. This one here. These gorgeous fabric pieces. These were very chunky. They do make my journal super chunked up. I'm gonna see if I can keep one of them here. And then also in her digital kit, she had some of these like digital fabrics, which go under the belly band. Please tell me. There we go. Oh, I really thought that that was glued down accidentally. This is just another little pocket here. This was day 21, and it was accordion. That's the prompt. So these gorgeous little accordion storage boxes. I have some little pieces in there. I think the top one is empty, but it's going to have a few other things inside of it. Little scrap pieces to collage with, things like that. But yeah, that was super fun. Here's just another digital scrap. Absolutely lovely cluster. And I put pink on here, and not realizing there really wasn't any pink in the kit, but just so happens on this page that there is a little bit, I don't know if it's picking it up on camera, but this is little pops of pink here. So I found the perfect place for it. Just simply a little saying over here. This is a flip envelope. Day 18 was snippet, which I don't really have a home for that because there's snippets everywhere. It's not day 23 either. So what is this envelope? Envelopes were day 17. I think that there's another, oh yes, the envelope on the back I think has my 17 on it. That's where that went. Another little cluster. Collage. Button was day 14. I loved this. This was so fun. Actually taking the digital and sewing vintage buttons onto it. And then just collage, collage, collage. Yeah, day 14. Day 7 was belly band. So I just did, it was very simple. Some days were simple, some days were complicated, and I was very happy with that. I've got this antique lace behind it, so gorgeous. Little journaling card. This is another envelope from day 17. A little snippet. And it's just got some things to collage with in there. Some labels and stuff. There we go. Day 10. This is again, this isn't even glued down. It's just tucked in here. It's not day 10. I just used the number 10. But it is a envelope full of goodies. This was just some more working afterwards. Working with scraps I had left over. Shallow pocket. Day 30 was layer. Yeah. So I've got these layered pockets, and each pocket has a tag. Another little pocket on the back. Day 20 was flip. So I'm gonna take that off. I do have a little belly band here with some ephemera pieces. That flips open. This flips down. Here is a little pocket for storing more journaling cards and ephemera. This little tag was on the back, or card. Oh, this was another tag that I made for a 6 tag. Day 31 was closed, so I've just put this here on the back. Day 17, again, we said was envelope. So I had this very large envelope that flips open and just ties with a ribbon. This was day 28, which was book page. But it's so thick. I printed everything on cardstock. So yeah, it just got really chunky. There's a little tag in here. A couple more pieces here. Yeah, and some lace. So I have it out back because it's super bulky. This is kind of the only place I can put it right now. And that is what I did. I had so much fun. I can't believe like the quality of all of the digitals that we got and continue to get. Debbie puts out an amazing, amazing quality. I have my things prepared here. I just actually printed and cut out all of the digitals for the next chapter in this little folio, so that'll be coming soon. And I'm also continuing to work on the little golden books. I've got all the fussy cuts all cut out for it. And I'm doing the trim on the sides. And you guys will be seeing that very, very shortly. Thank you guys for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed this flip through. I had a blast doing this project. And I hope you guys had a blast watching it. Thank you everybody who has subscribed recently through the Junk Journal January process. I really appreciate that. Leave a comment. Let me know that you guys are on board, because I have a lot of people who are like, they don't have their subscriptions public. So just, yeah, hop in there, leave me a note so I can welcome you guys properly. And thank you so much for being with me. As always, God bless you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.